Now we're going to talk about the gift of faith. Now, obviously, a person can't be a Christian without faith because we are saved by grace through faith. And because of this truth, some may find it surprising that faith is also a spiritual gift. However, it is a gift because look at what Paul writes about spiritual gifts in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. He says, to another, faith by the same Spirit, and to another, gifts of healing by the one Spirit. The gift of faith may be defined as extraordinary confidence that God will keep his promises regardless of the circumstances. See, all believers must have saving faith, but not all believers have the gift of faith. This gift is having an unusual amount of faith in God's power. It is a strong conviction that God will move in a particular way in a specific situation. Believers with this gift have an inherent ability to trust God in difficult situations, and they also accomplish things in faith that amaze other believers. Believers with this gift do not become discouraged, or they don't give up easily. In the most difficult situations, they can sincerely pray like our ultimate model, Jesus Christ, that no matter the difficulty of the situation, what will a person with great faith sincerely pray? Well, let's take our cue from Jesus in Luke chapter 22. Verse 42, he says, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done. See, believers with the spiritual gift of faith are people with visions of what God can do in their church and in the world. They see future needs for new buildings, parking lots, property, increased staff. They see beyond the present to what God will do in the future. However, people with the gift of faith can be menaces in the church as well, because they can become upset when others do not have the vision that God is going to do great things. Also, if these believers don't have the subordinate gift of leadership or administration, well, they may attempt to do big things without proper preparation and planning. And this can cause misunderstandings and confusion within the church. People with this gift must always remember this important exhortation in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, which says, but everything is to be done decently and in order. A person with the gift of faith may feel this gift is the most important gift, and therefore they become spiritually arrogant. Listen, faith is essential for salvation, and without faith, it is impossible to please God. But what is the warning that is given in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 2? Let's look at what it says. It says, if you have the gift of prophecy and understand all the mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so that I can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. Now, Paul is not disparaging the gift of faith, but is pointing out it is nothing without love. People with the gift of faith are usually prayer warriors who regularly appeal and trust God to do what he has promised to do in the Bible. They firmly believe what is promised of Jesus in Matthew 9 and 29. When he says, then he touched their eyes, saying, let it be done for you according to your faith. Again, the gift of faith may be defined as extraordinary confidence that God will keep his promises regardless of the circumstances. Listen, the gift of faith is essential to growth in the church, and it is vital to the fulfillment and the joy of those whom God has given these gifts by his sovereign grace. And my prayer is that as we continue along you are seeing yourself, possibly, with one of these gifts.